Yes, sir.
So if you take sodium or the potassium, if you keep it in the water now, what will happen? It will form Na2O or K2O along with the hydrogen gas plus heat energy. Whatever the heat energy evolved is enough to ignite the hydrogen gas, so only it will form the explosive mixture. So to prevent this one, what you have to do? To prevent this contact, what you have to do? You have to store sodium under the kerosene oil. Under what? To prevent the contacting between the sodium and the water or oxygen, we have to store the sodium under the kerosene oil. It's very important point. They will ask, okay, in the exam, why we want to store the sodium under the kerosene oil? Because
So why do we store kerosene in the kerosene oil?
okay,
So to avoid the contact from air and water.
very good. But not till now I explained that only, right, Vedika? Okay, I'll explain you once again. Suppose if you
Sir, I
take,
have a doubt.
yeah,
Sir, I understood why we store under kerosene oil, but why only kerosene oil? Why not other oils or any other substance?
you can use any other substance, but mostly kerosene will be used.
Okay, sir.
Here, if you take sodium, this is a sodium. Okay, and whatever the pink color is, that is a kerosene oil. Generally, kerosene oil is less density than what? Sodium, right? So it will float on
Yes,
here.
sir.
It will float above the kerosene oil, and whatever the air or water is there, there is no direct contact with the sodium, right?
Okay, sir. Understood.
Now to avoid the direct contact between the sodium and the water or the air present in the atmosphere, we'll store the sodium under the kerosene oil. If they
Sir,
mix the
what if we store sodium in the vacuum?
vacuum, no problem. You can store also in the
Okay,
vacuum,
sir.
but to create the vacuum, it is itself is problematic, right?
Yes, sir, it is hard.
If you open the tube now, automatically air will enter inside.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But when you compare to the sodium and potassium, it has happened like this. But when you take the calcium or magnesium, it will also dissolve in the water. And it will also produce the calcium hydroxide or magnesium hydroxide. But it will liberate the small amount of heat only. It will liberate the small amount of heat. So those small
And
amount
sir,
of heat,
magnesium reacts with hot water, no?
yeah. So calcium and magnesium react with the normal water only. So it will form calcium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide along with the hydrogen gas, along with the hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen gas.
See, it's also very important. Whenever the metal react with the water, what gas it will produce always?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen gas only will produce. Okay. But whatever the heat produced is not enough to ignite the hydrogen gas. Whatever the heat produced is not enough to ignite the hydrogen gas. Okay. So whatever the
Okay,
heat
sir.
produced is not enough to ignite the hydrogen gas. So only they will float on the surface of the water. These calcium and magnesium will float on the surface of the water. But if you take iron or the aluminium, they will not react with the cold water or the normal water only. They will react with only with the steam. Understanding? Sodium, potassium can even react with the cold water also. They can react with the cold water or normal water or the any other water because they are more reactive, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But calcium and magnesium can react with only normal water or hot water. Normal water or hot water. But ferrum and the iron will react only with the steam. What is the meaning of steam?
So gaseous form of water.
Hot water vapors. Steam is nothing but the hot water
Yes,
vapors.
sir.
So iron
Yes,
and
sir.
aluminum will react only with the steam. Clear up to this?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Sir, what will happen if they react with steam?
Again, they will form the oxides. Iron oxide or aluminum oxide.
Okay, sir. Sir, then is that iron oxide healthy for eating? Because
No,
many times we cook food in iron kadhais and that time steam is released.
yeah, it is not good for the heating. Iron oxide is not good for the heating only first thing. We'll use steel kadais, not the iron kadais.
Sir, but it's considered good to eat in iron kadhais.
No, no, no. Who said the iron kadai is good?
Okay, sir. Sir, it said that it's natural balance for the body's iron need.
Okay. But most of the things are used in the copper vessels, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is all about this page. This the explanation part is there right here to here. So
Yes, sir.
all this explanation part is only that only. Just go through it book, okay? Take the screenshot of this now. Take the screenshot of this fast.
Done, sir.
Finish, Sahu.
Yes, sir. Finished.
So you can see one diagram here left side. When you keep the sodium in the water, it will form the explosive mixture. Displacement reaction finished. Okay, reaction of acid with reaction of metal with the acids. What will happen? And one minute, please. Already we discussed this one, right? Comparison with the
Sir?
metals and comparison between the metals and non-metals finished already yesterday itself.
Yes, sir.
Chemical properties of
Sir,
non-metals we'll do afterwards. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts?
sir, what if we put sodium under liquid nitrogen?
Liquid nitrogen is at low temperature, right?
Yes, sir, and it does not have water, so will it react or happen anything?
No, no, no. It will not react.
Okay, sir.
And for your homework for today is this one: use of metals and non-metals. Where you use the different types of metals here. Just you go through it once again, okay?
Okay, sir.
Because you don't want to explain separately these things. What are the uses? Corrosion also we discussed it today itself.
So we have to write the uses of metals and non-metals.
No need to write. I am providing the book only, right? Just go through that once, okay?
Okay, sir.
Corrosion, any doubts are there?
Sir, no doubt.
No, sir, no doubts.
Painting, coating with plastic, oil, grease. Okay, reaction of with acids. What will happen whenever the metal react with the acid? What will happen?
So they form salt,
Form salt plus,
hydrogen.
very good. For salt plus hydrogen. So whenever the metal react with the acids, always it will produce the metal plus acid. What it will produce always? Salt plus
Hydrogen.
hydrogen gas. It is important. So if you take any metal like sodium, take any acid like HCl, what will happen?
Sir, NaCl and hydrogen.
NaCl plus hydrogen gas, H2 format will come like this. If you take potassium and HCl,
KOH, sorry, KCl and hydrogen.
hmm? Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Potassium with the hydrogen, what will happen?
2KCl plus H2.
KCl salt plus H2. Always salt plus metal plus acid always will produce salt plus hydrogen gas. And copy this one, okay? Any metal you will take and any acid you will take always produce the hydrogen gas only constant. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, can we make metal react like sodium and potassium?
No, no, no.
Okay, sir.
It can displace, but it will not react together directly.
Okay, sir.
But we can mix the metal and non-metal, right?
Yes, sir, we can mix them.
That is only given here. Metal and non-metal can react with each other to form the.
Sir, is it possible to mix two metals and one non-metal in a compound?
Yeah. Two metals and one
So
non-metal
how?
is there. If you want example now, take acid-base reaction only. Like a reaction of zinc metal with NaOH. Okay. Whenever the zinc react with NaOH, it will form Na2 ZnO2. This is a salt only plus H2 gas. Sodium zincate. Here sodium is there as well as the zinc. Both are metals only, right? The oxygen is a non-metal.
And sir, is it possible like one metal and two non-metals?
One non-metal and two. Sorry, one metal and two
Sir,
non-metals.
one metal and two non-metals. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hydrogen carbonates are there, right? So calcium hydrogen carbonate or magnesium hydrogen carbonate. Carbonate and carbon and oxygen are non-metals. Magnesium is a metal.
Yes, sir. Right.
Clear now up to this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, clear.
Just study up to this, okay? If anything is there, tomorrow's class we'll discuss. Go through the
Okay,
book.
sir.
What are the topics we discussed till now? If possible, you can read complete chapter. I will explain you again if you have any doubts. Okay? This is metals and non-metals. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.